Courage. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm always tired. Just permanently tired. Just realized something I want to check. Whatever. Hey, Spomet. I don't recognize your name. Huh. Hey, little Craig. First time saying anything. Oh, welcome, Spomet. Just enough yet. And just finished work. Welcome and thanks for speaking up. Just realizing while I'm thinking about it, I haven't paid my rent for this month yet. Any leads on it? Not yet. I haven't started looking. Hey, just living life. I haven't started looking yet. Probably. I've got a week off coming up. Like I'll be next week. There we go. Hey, Farrell. So yeah, I'll be working, 5th through 9th, and then I'll be off until the 18th, I think. So I do have some vacation time booked. So I figure during that time I will probably look for something different. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, any games? Not tonight. Although the first episode of my Final Fantasy Let's Play is up. So if you want to watch me play a game, there's first episode of Final Fantasy. Woo! Just saying. Yeah, just saying. Just saying. Yeah, just saying. Just saying. Hey, Vanna. Any fighting games? No. No, I was never good at fighting games. I did really enjoy the car smashing mini game in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That game had so many. Street Fighter 2 had so fucking many variant versions of it, which is hilarious. Yeah, I did enjoy the car smashing mini game in Street Fighter 2. But other than that, no, I was never good at fighting games. They're not something that I really enjoy. So fighting games, nah, I won't be playing any of those. Anyway, with the Final Fantasy series, that's going to be a long ass project. Yeah, that's going to take a long time to get through those. The first few, you know, Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6, it's on my list for new books. Right now, I mean, I've got a long ass book wish list. Uh, what I really need to do though is start reading some of the digital books that I've got. Like, I really, really just need to read those. Where are my books on here? Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Susie. Well, this all seems like shit I could delete. Where the hell are my books? Hey, Pandy. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell this shit on my computer is, or on my phone is. But that all seems deletable. Oh, hey, Kelly. Jeez. Got shit on my phone from Hey Big Turks. Once again, just delete some shit that's on my phone for no fucking reason. That I apparently downloaded forever ago and then just never actually removed for some reason. Fucking weird. I was trying to find the books I've got on my phone, see if I could find what books I've got on my phone. Because I know I've got some on here. There we go. I'm pretty sure I've read this one. Book am I currently reading? Nothing yet. I need to figure out what to read next. Nope. I'll also need to figure out what. I think what I'll probably end up needing to do is just clear out all the shit that I've, all the books that are on my phone already, and then just like replace them. Romance novel? I mean, I would say not really. I'm fine with romance in novels. I don't, but I'm not generally keen on romance as a genre. Weirdly enough, considering you know, considering I play romance visual novels. Moby Dick. I have read Moby Dick. I enjoyed Moby Dick. Which is the kind of thing that I suspect a lot of people probably would find weird. Because it is kind of a. It's a bit of a divisive book. It's a pretty divisive book. A lot of people find it. Hey, Beverly. A lot of people find Moby Dick to be boring. There's a lot of segments that are just talking about whaling and like fishing and sailing and shit. Like there's a lot of time, lot of words that are not at all relevant to the plot. Don't progress the story. They don't progress any of the characters. It's just talking about fishing. Talking about being on a fishing boat. And like a lot of people hate that. But for me, it's something that like clearly Melville was obsessed with. Like he clearly had a lot of interest in it. Like he cared deeply about it. And that comes through. And it shows that Ishmael cares about that shit. So I was able to find that stuff really interesting. Even though I don't give a shit about whaling or fishing or any of that. Like, I don't care about that. But Melville, through Ishmael, made me, I enjoyed reading about it. Definitely check it out next. Hey, Sam Pickles. Well, I won't spoil how it. I won't spoil the ending for you, Rhonda. How's dating life in Cornwall? I mean, it sucks. It's why I'm not even. It's part like that is one reason why I'm not even trying. It's kind of a minor reason why I'm not trying. There are bigger reasons why I'm not actually looking for anything right now, but one minor thing is that dating in Cornwall does suck. It's not a good town for it. No spoilers on the century-old novel that's been parodied millions of times. Planning a dating? Hey, Monica. I mean, not anytime soon. Like, looking further afield like Montreal? And there's other, like I said, there's bigger reasons why I'm not really looking for anything. Big part is like, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going in life. I don't know what I'm necessarily looking for in life. A lot of stalkers in Cornwall? Probably. What happened? What happened today? Go away. I mean, I don't pay attention to anything, so. Yeah, I mean, like I'm just like I don't know where I'm going in life. I don't know what I want out of life, so I shouldn't really be dating right now. Heart of the Sea? I have not seen that. Don't know that I've even heard of In the Heart of the Sea. Someone who worked at the dispensary told personal information? Jesus. Fucking hell. People need to leave her the fuck alone. Continuing education? No, I don't like school. I don't like school. Someone she knows. Stalk the stalkers. Too much effort. I'll just say they should leave her the fuck alone. If you don't move, they can't follow you. Indeed. The Spencer is called Plant One, and now everyone's putting up fucked up reviews. Most of group. Fucking hell. I don't know that I probably had Luigi's Pizza in the past. Like, I imagine I've probably had it at some point. I don't remember ever having it. Luigi's Pizza? There's Louis Pizza. Like, there's Louis. And I know I've had that. That's one of the better pizza places in Cornwall. Oh, you meant Louis? Okay. Yeah, Louis is good. I've never had their poutine because I don't like poutine. But yeah, Louis is good. At least from what I can recall. Been a long time since I've had them. But I do seem to recall Louis being one of the there's a handful of pizza places that are just like the best pizza in Cornwall. There's Louis, Napoleon's. I think North End is generally considered one of the top pizza places in Cornwall. Or North Side. I think North Side Pizza. No, North End Pizza and Riverside Pizza. Yeah, Louis has good pizza. I think I've ordered other stuff from there as well. Did I get the chicken? I'm trying to think if I've ever gotten their chicken fingers or anything like that. I probably have. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they don't have. But I don't know. I'll pass, Monica. Feel compelled to go for a walk along the lakeshore? No, I don't. Fuck walking. Hey, Kina. Walking can kiss my ass. Hey, Del Bell. Use it or lose it? Yeah. Worst part is I actually should start exercising. Like, I do need to start exercising. Not necessarily to get in shape, but to at least, like, slow the inevitable decline of my body. Do I not like outdoors activity? I kind of don't living life. Like, honestly, I just don't really like outdoor shit. Live in the world of Wally and just hover around through life. If only. Going to the new. I mean, probably not Pickle Sam. I just can't actually. Halo movie. Hey, life is beautiful. No, I'm not gonna. I never care. I never. Well, I never played Halo when it was big. Like I didn't care about Halo when it was like peak. Am I still mad at Disney? I mean, I'm still boycotting Disney. Yeah, I mean, it's. I still think of Disney as being entirely too big, entirely too powerful, and engaging in way too much evil. Very cool that Steamboat Willie is finally in the public domain, though. There's a cartoonist I follow. Uh, Erica Henderson. I'm probably going to need to order a t shirt. Steamboat Willie, no gods, no masters. She did a drawing of Steamboat Willie breaking chains around himself. It says, no gods, no masters. I'll probably need to buy that t shirt. Honestly, life is beautiful. Yeah. Pride Parade? Probably. Yeah, like I'm boycotting Disney and, Apple I've just never liked. Like I've never in my life purchased anything from Apple, and I don't plan to start anytime soon. Yeah, McDonald's I've started boycotting. Pizza Hut I just don't enjoy, so I don't order from them. Starbucks I'm boycotting, although I don't really have a way of getting to Starbucks anyway. The Starbucks boycott kind of started when I moved back here to Cornwall. Walmart, yep. I try to boycott them as much as possible. And frankly, I started boycotting Starbucks when I moved back to Cornwall at the end of February. I didn't have a way of I didn't have a way of getting it. Yeah, I don't shop at Walmart. I don't I don't buy from Amazon. I don't know the last time I bought anything through Amazon. Hey, Nikki. when I'm ready to start buying books again, I'll have to make sure that I'm not ordering them through Indigo. Is Barnes & Noble owned by Indigo? It does not seem to be owned by Indigo. It seems like Barnes & Noble and Indigo are separate. Good. What happened with Indigo? Because of their support of Israel. Hey, Pattered. I believe Indigo is on the BDS list. Pit Lord. I think it's on the list. I know the owner of Indigo is I know the owner of Indigo has donated to Israel in the past. It's actively supported Israel and shit like that, and West Bank settlements and that sort of thing. Lots in Palestine and Ukraine. I side with both of those countries. Hey, crusty starfish. Any pro-Palestine rallies in Cornwall? I have no idea, Sam. I genuinely don't know. Don't have a Barnes & Noble here in Vancouver. We don't actually have one in Cornwall either. There's a Kohl's down at the mall, down at Cornwall Square. I think Kohl's is actually owned by Indigo. But honestly, it's kind of a shitty. Kohl's is just kind of a shitty bookstore. Here in Cornwall, the bookstore here is yeah, Kohl's is owned by Indigo. But I mean, it's just, and we don't really have a good The God Emperor. My preferred reading genre. Hey, Crocodile. That's fucking shitty. That's disappointing. Anyway, Kina, welcome, Kina, to being a slice. Biden or Trump? Can they both just fucking keel over and die? Yeah, I wish there was an independent bookstore in Cornwall, but there isn't. There's a used bookstore, but I mean, that's different from a bookstore. Hey, Billabong. I never taught some 2003. I was in high school in 2003. So no, I was not teaching anything in 2003. I was in grade 11, 12? 11 or 12. Cheeseburger versus pizza versus spaghetti. Well, I mean, hamburger. I don't like cheeseburgers. I don't like cheese on my burgers. I like hamburgers. In Constitution. Well, no, he violated the 14th Amendment. He tried to overthrow the election. He incited an insurrection with the purpose of overthrowing the election results. That is a violation of the 14th Amendment. Therefore, he should not be eligible to run for president. Hey, Pattered Wake. I have more subs than you. Sorry. If it makes you feel any better, not many of them actually watch. But anyway, cheeseburger versus pizza versus spaghetti. Or hamburger versus pizza. I mean, probably burger, pizza, spaghetti. Hey, now. I would probably do burger, then pizza, then spaghetti. First of all, Lil Craig, I'm Canadian. I don't vote. I'm not able to vote in American. Oh, hi. Oh. Yeah, I'm blocking you because your name is a slur. Like that is just like it's literally you've got a slur for your name. So yeah, no pizza, then spaghetti, then burger. Yeah, hey moop. I mean, no bad choices. Anyway, Craig. And like I said, I'm Canadian. I can't vote in American elections. If I could, I would never, never, never vote for Trump. That's Epstein. I'm glad he's dead, and I hope the people that I'm fine with the list being released, and I'm fine with a lot of people facing accountability. Though sadly, the truly powerful people won't face accountability. There might be a handful of like sort of mid level people who get thrown to the wolves, but thoughts on Obama murdering people with drones and putting kids in cages? Not a fan. Yeah, Barack Obama's a war criminal, and I would be totally fine with. I would have been totally okay with him being tried at the Hague. Hunter Biden's laptop. I don't really care that much. But yeah, as far as Trump goes, he's a narcissist and a pathological liar and an asshole, a racist, a misogynist, just a generally terrible person. Um, an idiot. Hillary sucks. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Hillary either. Yeah, like as far as yeah, for like Obama, like people are like, oh, like I suspect that people would expect me to defend Obama, but no, no, I would no try him in the Hague. Federal dental coverage. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that only for people under a certain age? Like, I don't think it's universal federal dental coverage, right? Or am I wrong about that? Hitler is evil. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say evil, but she is pretty shitty. And, you know, as a former Secretary of State, war crimes. Under 5 and over 65. Yeah, that's what I thought. Actually, I thought the minimum age was older, actually. For some reason, I thought it was like up to significantly older than 5. Like, under 5? That's nothing. Hey, alien person. I have no idea who Brian Rizzo is. Yeah, 5 is nothing. Get it at least up to 12. You can bump that up at least to 12 years old. Ex-boyfriend voted for Hillary in the primaries. Yeah. Adopted daughter who is 4 and wants to transition. Need real advice. I have a hunch that you're. I have a hunch that you're being disingenuous, Nikki. But if you want real advice, here's the real advice. Let the kid be who they want to be. White envelopes at Bush's funeral. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I have no memory of that. Want to prove how wrong they were. way back then. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they pushed the super predator bullshit back in the 90s, and they pushed a lot of deregulation bullshit back in the 90s. I'm not a fan of the Clintons. Be who you want to be. Yeah. Hey, Leslie. Yeah, I mean, the kid says they're a boy, they're a boy. If the kid says they're a girl, they're a girl. Let them dress how they want. Let them have their hair how they want. Let them use the name and pronouns they want to use. That's a Michael Jackson making a comeback. I mean, I suppose I appreciate the hustle, but you gotta rest sometime, dude. If you're gonna, yeah. Yeah, respect, respect to the. Well, goodbye then, Nikki. You've got hairy legs. Cool, cool. Sounds like a lot of responsibility for a kid. Not really. Just letting them be who they want to be. All the past presidents and a few others have white envelopes that fill out their programs. When opened, the readers were visibly shocked. It was right before the funeral started. I have absolutely no memory of any of this now. I did not pay any attention to Bush Senior's to Bush's funeral. Shave my head? I don't think so, Sam. I don't know that I'd be comfortable with that. Predictions on your bingo card for how the 2024 elections are going to go? Poorly. They're going to be an absolute clusterfuck. I'm not going to predict, like, I'm not going to make a prediction about who's going to win just because who the fuck knows. But I will say this. If Biden wins, Trump will not accept it. You know, like if Biden wins, Trump's going to bitch and moan and complain and whine and just rant and rave and never shut the fuck up, complaining, stolen election, fraud, stolen election, it's fraud, it's fraudulent election, it's stolen fraud, it's fraud, stolen fraud. Just like he'll just never shut up about it. The Republican Party will never shut up about it. If Trump wins, Biden will concede. Biden will concede before the fucking election gets called. You know? Like the Democrats did in 2016. So here's the thing, Powdered Wig. When people on the left talk about Republicans stealing elections, they're not saying that there's fraud. They're not saying that, the Republicans made up votes. The argument that is being made is that Republicans use... Oh, that Putin stole the election? Well, no, the argument is that Russia interfered in the election. Not necessarily that they changed, like that they went in and changed votes, changed voting results, but that they spread so much misinformation that it... Like, that's the claim there with Putin stealing the election, is that Russian disinformation campaigns had a huge influence on the election. Like a couple weeks before the actual election, there was all that shit with the investigation into Hillary's emails being reopened and then closed very shortly after because, actually, it turns out there was nothing. Biden stole the election. Should Americans immigrate to Canada? Eh. Basically powdered, yeah. That Trump's victory owed a lot to a barrel roll. Media is not 90% liberal, Connor. Open for debate? Honestly, not really. It's not that the media is 90% liberal. You can make an argument that majority of journalists are lean Democratic, lean left, or something like that. You can make an argument that most journalists lean Democratic. You'd probably be right. I suspect that most journalists do lean Democratic. Note, there's a difference between Democratic and liberal. There's a lot of Democrats who aren't particularly liberal. Donald Trump can fart the Star Spangled Banner. But here's the thing. What the media loves most of all is the perception of being unbiased. That's what they really want, is to be perceived as fair and unbiased. They're obsessed with both sides isms. They absolutely love to do both sides. Both sides have issues. Well, Ash was just a fucking lying asshole, so whatever. The illusion. But no, hey, Joanna. Local history. Our libraries are hiring in the area. I don't know if anywhere's hiring in the area. Trump loves eating KFC and McDonald's. Which is weird considering he's rich. But I don't feel I like KFC and McDonald's. I don't feel like I can judge him for liking KFC and McDonald's. I like KFC and McDonald's. Is it trash food? Absolutely, it is trash food. It is the trashiest food. I'm kind of a trashy person. And Trump is clearly a pretty trashy person. And so it makes sense, but there is something weird about somebody who can afford a personal chef ordering fucking McDonald's. That is just so weird to me. You can afford good burgers. You can have a really good burger every day, and you order McDonald's? I don't know. It's just weird. That's just weird to me. I do not have a Discord, Asphalt Mike. My opinion on the Young Turks, I don't really pay much attention to them, honestly. Trump would only eat junk food on vacation, look at his wife. Are you saying his wife is trash? Is junk? No, that's not it. She's okay. I don't think I'd ever do an OnlyFans. We're not going to talk about it, Joanna. I wonder if McDonald's KFC gave him a bunch of money. Probably not. I doubt it. To pay viewers? No. No, I don't think. I suspect McDonald's and KFC absolutely donate to, you know, to Congress people. They probably don't really bother donating to presidential candidates. Like, I don't. There's not really much point in donating to for like for McDonald's to donate to a presidential candidate. There's not going to be a situation where McDonald's needs to have needs the ear of the president. That's not a thing. Congress, yes, in order to sort of there is a movie theater. It just kind of sucks. Big Farm Oil and the War Machine. I mean, there's a lot of industries, and it's possible the food industry as a whole might donate to presidential campaigns. But I mean, yeah, most industries donate, and it's to both. Beverly, thank you for the gift membership, Beverly, and congratulations to Pandy. I am single, Billabong. How did you guess? However, did you guess? And it's worth noting, those industries are like they donate both political parties. The pharmaceutical industry, the oil industry, military industrial complex, banking industry. They all those lobbying groups, they donate to both sides. They are playing both sides. Um, don't like what fast food does to my colon. Indeed, right? Absolutely. My ideal first date? I don't know. Just get together, lunch or dinner or something like that. Opinions on Kanye West? I mean, he's a jackass. What else is there to say? He's a jackass, and he always was. Would I date Billabong Nat? Seems doubtful. Isn't he a little cute? I mean, I'm not attracted to men. Might be on the spectrum like me. Maybe it doesn't, but mostly he's just arrogant. He buys into his own bullshit. It's cloudy water apple pie. No lemon in the water now. He has some form of intellectual disability. I mean, I don't think he's got an intellectual disability. He may be neuroatypical. He might be like on the spectrum or something like that. It's not an intellectual disability. It's just drinking the fluoride special. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest problem with Kanye West is that he buys into his own hype. He buys 110% into his own hype. You know, like there are incredibly talented people who recognize that they are incredibly talented, but who also recognize there are people as talented as they are. And like have people that they look up to as like, oh, man, I wish I was that good. But Kanye West strikes me as the kind of guy who thinks he invented words. You know, like buying that much into his own hype. Thought you meant his politics. I mean, I disagree with his politics as well. Well, yeah, I definitely disagree with his politics. Hey, Killer Dog. Even if I do still find it hilarious when he said George Bush doesn't care about black people. 13, by the way? Well, you probably shouldn't be watching. Happy birthday, Killer Dog. Like, that's still one of the funniest. That's still one of the funniest moments on. Like, that's still one of the funniest moments in live TV history. It's just. It's just like Mike Myers, like, being all, like, serious and professional, and then Kanye West. George Bush doesn't care about black people. Mike Myers is like, oh, just like, what? Let's pretend that didn't happen. It's so funny. Oh, thanks, Killer Dog. Pretending to rescue people and didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there were definitely racial elements. My birthday? My birthday's in another month. Yeah, like, there were definitely racial elements to a lot of the, oh, like, the rescue efforts. Would it have been handled differently if it was a bunch of white, if it was mostly white people who were in need of help? I mean, frankly, kind of hard to tell sometimes. Um, I'm inclined to think that there were racial elements to how the rescue efforts were handled that they, may not have been done in as effective a way as they probably could have been. And that, the fact that as a black people, I mean, not just poor people, black people's code for poor people. Well, not just, but like, I think it probably would have been handled a little bit differently in an area that was predominantly white. The fact that is that New Orleans was predominantly black, I think did factor in to a lot of things. As far as Bush not caring about black people, I mean, probably not wrong. I have no idea what that is, Smuggles. You have to think about everything going on at the same time. Sure, it's planned flooding. I don't think it was a planned flooding. No, I don't buy into conspiracy theories that it was a planned flooding. Um, I do think that they knew the levees. There were people who absolutely knew the levees were going to break, were going to breach, and they went to anyone. They went to their spheres and said, "Hey, these levees are in desperate need of repair." You know what the bigger issue is, though, Joanna? Repair work isn't sexy from a political standpoint. For Canadian politicians to see a lot of YouTube shorts. Pierre Poilievre. Yeah, he sucks. Pierre Poilievre sucks. But yeah, the issue is like you'll see a lot of every year there's new spending bills and everything, and you'll see a lot of money on spent on you know new roads or new buildings, new constructions. On building new construction, not so much on maintenance, on repairing existing infrastructure, because breaking ground on a new highway or a new building, that's a great photo op. That is, from a political standpoint, sexy. Sending someone out to repair a bridge, that doesn't get that doesn't get the photo op. That doesn't get the attention. That's not something where you can show off for your voters. Southern USA infrastructure. I mean, a lot of U.S. It's not just Southern U.S. I don't think Moop. Like, I don't even think it's necessarily uniquely bad in Southern U.S. It's like throughout the country. I think. Well, it's just working for anyone but. They're working together. So, like, politicians get in. Like, politicians are like, I think here's what happens. Politicians are like, fair enough, killer dogs. Politicians will be like, they'll get in with good intentions. Most of them. I think most politicians get into politics with good intentions. They have something that they want to achieve. They have these ideals, these principles, these goals that they want to achieve. Um, Running for office costs money. So, you know, they'll compromise their principles a little bit in order to get money. They'll compromise this ideal in order to keep pushing for this, keep pushing for that. Like they want to get that done. So they'll compromise on this. They'll compromise on this one. They'll just keep compromising in more and more. And in order to pursue their goal, they need to stay in office. So yeah. they know they know the bridges need repair, but if they want to get elected, they need to show the voters doing things, that they're doing things. So, rather than allocating money for repairing that bridge, we can do that. We can allocate money for that later. This year, I need to get reelected next year. So, instead of like money for the bridge, I'll push money for new road construction. So, and eventually they hit a point where they're in office for the sake of being in office at a certain point. They got into politics to pursue a specific goal. In order to pursue that goal, they needed to be elected, and they get focusing on getting reelected, getting reelected, getting reelected, getting reelected. So that is what they focus on. And their goal and the goals that they were pursuing, the ideals they went in with, the principles they went in with, little by little, they get dropped in favor of just getting reelected. And I mean, Alien Person's been around for a while, Killer Dog. Alien Person's fine. Money for war. War is good for business. And a lot of the military industrial complex, oh man, has it ever embedded itself deep, deep, deep into the very roots of the country. You know, every congressional district in the country has some sort of military thing in it. Like there are fighter jets that are useless that the Air Force doesn't want because they don't fucking work. But there's parts built in factories all around the country. Parts of these jets are built in factories all around the country. So, you know, ending the program for this utterly useless jet, it's gonna mean a lot of jobs being cut. And no one wants to be the guy who's responsible for jobs being lost. So these utterly useless jets keep getting built in order to preserve jobs. It doesn't actually help the Air Force, but damn if it doesn't keep people in office. Money just grows on trees. I mean, paper money. well, no, that's not binding. This goes back 60 years. This is decades old shit. This is like before Biden even got. This is before Biden even got into politics. This goes back a long time. This is shit that fucking Eisenhower was warning about. If anyone ever claims to have your IP address and it starts with 192, they're trolling and pretending to be smart. Still feel confident blocking them. Money's not real. It kind of isn't, though. Money really isn't real. Do I support countries like the US and to Ukraine? Yeah, like Canada support, like Canada sends money to the Ukraine as well, and to other countries as well. Canada is involved in foreign aid. I'm fine with foreign aid, and especially like in the case of like Ukraine, it's a fucked up, like it's dangerous. Like it's Russia is violating international law, invading Ukraine, doing something to help Ukraine defend itself. I'm in favor of that because Russia's in the wrong on this. Russia is wrong and it needs to be opposed, and this is just how to oppose it. United States and NATO countless times. Yeah, and I'm not in favor of those. I'm not in favor of NATO or the U.S. or Canada because we have absolutely played a role in colonialism around the world. Nobody put sanctions on them. And bear in mind, here's one thing I want you to bear in mind. I'm an idiot. I don't know jack shit. So, like, favorite McDonald's dipping sauce? The barbecue. I just like the regular barbecue sauce. So, like, I am by no means well versed in international geopolitics. Uh, so, take what I say for what it is. Take, things I say, take it for what it is. If I start giving my opinions on the X-Men, you can take that shit to the bank. Absolutely you should be giving credence to things I say about the X-Men. But global geopolitics? Bear in mind I'm a random jackass on the internet who doesn't know jack shit about global politics. Sort of what it comes down to. I am not the person you should be trusting for in-depth political insight. I barely pay any attention at all to politics anymore. It's been a long time since I've been it's been a long time since I've been heavily interested in politics and paid heavy attention to politics. Because I used to. Back when I was a teenager, I paid a lot of attention to politics. And into my early 20s. Did who lead me on? Yeah, like in my teens and into my early 20s. I was really fascinated. I was really interested in politics. I paid really good I read deep into it. I paid really close attention. Can we get some Canadian politics? Yeah. Fuck Doug Ford. How's that for Canadian politics? Fuck Doug Ford. I mean, did she say no? Like, I think the idea came up briefly when she was especially mad at her husband. There was no serious discussion about it. There were no actual plans being made. She did not lead me on. Renaming stating when the Tobacco after Rob Ford and David Chow voted in favor. That's disappointing that Chow voted in favor of it, honestly. I'm disappointed that Chow did vote in favor of it because, yeah, Rob Ford was not great. Gypsy Road thing, Lewis Cup. Good for her. I am glad for her. Because based on my brief perusal of the Wikipedia article about the murder, I tend to side with her. Dee Dee Blanchard, that lady, the woman who was murdered, Dee Dee Blanchard, her own father, stepmother, and nephew all thought she was awful. Refused to, they didn't pay for a funeral for her, and they dumped her ashes down the toilet. When your family pumps your ashes, just flushes your ashes down the toilet, you may not have led a great life. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Troll Police. Hey, Layla. The lady that would lick her fingers and dip it into her man's ashes. Weird. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to end the stream for tonight and eat it. Ah, wonderful. Eating her man's ashes. All right. Well, on that lovely note, I'm ending for tonight. I'm running out. Better remarry an old dude. Remarry an old man. Yes, well. Need a new dead hubby. Anyway, thanks for coming. And good night, everybody. Happy New Year, SYL. I do not, and I've told her as much in the past, Catalina. But anyway, good night, everybody.